Thank you so much for sticking with us this noon. People across Metro Detroit are settling in, hearing survivors' stories about Monday night at Michigan State University.
Yeah, I'm praying, of course, for the 5 students who are in the hospital right now. Fox 2's Jessica Dupnat was on campus on Monday night. Tuesday morning, Jessica, you've done phenomenal work in the field, especially knowing that that is your alma mater, and I can't imagine the trauma that you're having to deal with behind the scenes. So first, thank you for all the work that you've done, but there is still news to report today, so good afternoon.
Absolutely. Good afternoon. We actually just spoke moments ago with the interim chief here of Michigan State University Police. They are, of course, heading up the investigation. We also spoke with the special agent in charge of the FBI. We're standing right now in front of the MSU Union along Grand River, sort of the main thoroughfare here in East Lansing. Around 1:30 today, students will be returning to what was a crime scene. It used to be a fun place, and now it is forever tainted with what the shooter did that awful day. Students will be returning here as they left in haste to retrieve their belongings, laptops, phones, backpacks, and that'll all be conducted by the help of the FBI, who have brought in special mental health folks to facilitate what I would imagine is an absolutely traumatic situation. And I want to bounce back over to the victims that we talked about, really at the heart of this, the 5 students that are still at Sparrow Hospital. We just spoke with the chief there, and he said they all remain in critical condition at this point. So we don't know specifics about their prognosis moving forward. They're really saying very little, but that they're in critical condition. What the interim chief did say, though, he said that they are dealing with some international students that are victims, which is not something we've touched too much on. The population here at MSU, there are many international students, and so right now police are working to get those families from overseas here to Lansing to be with their loved ones. It's just another layer of sadness to this whole situation. But again, at 1:30 today at the MSU Union, students who left belongings behind as they rushed away from gunfire will be returning today. And we talked to the FBI special agent in charge. I want to take a listen to what he foresees happening this afternoon.
There will absolutely be a ton of emotion. These kids are returning to a site that last time they saw their things that were in this building was the other night when they ran out frantically after hearing gunshots. So again, we have services here to support them and help them.
We also talked to investigators about the other part of this investigation, and that is finding out why this happened. Was there any motive? And that is a question that so many of us want to know. The chief said, as soon as we know, we will tell you. And he was very sincere with that answer. We've asked this question many a time, many of the crime stories that I've covered here at Fox 2, and the chief very sincere in his answer, saying we are still trying to figure this all out. He also mentioned that this now is the story spans to other states. If you remember, the shooter, 43-year-old Anthony McCrae, was found with a note in his pocket that made some threats to one of his former schools in Ewing, New Jersey. So that all has to be flushed out too. So really still early on in this investigation. Now, as far as here on campus today, there is some more activity, definitely in the next hour or so, some more activity at the Union behind me. But later tonight, right around 6 o'clock, there will be a pretty large vigil on campus by the Rock, as it's called. We're expecting to see the interim president of MSU here, as well as a board of trustees and some other, politicians and that kind of thing that will be there. Expected to be a huge turnout, and again, a vigil to just remember the lives lost and the lives, of course, still fighting in the hospital. I'm going to send it back to you guys.